All right, let's get into that big Biden lie I was talking about. Biden claims he's done more for the Palestinian community than anyone else. And yes, that is a quote. President Biden claimed in an interview published on Monday that he has done more for the Palestinian community than anyone else, comments that came after 9 months of his administration supporting Israel's genocidal campaign in Gaza. He said on the YouTube show 360 with Speedy, "I'm the guy that did more for the Palestinian community than anybody else." An example of what he's done for the Palestinian community, Biden explained, "I'm the guy that opened up all the assets. I'm the guy that made sure the Egyptians got the Egyptians to open the border to let goods and medicine through." However, Biden has also backed the Israeli occupation to capture the Rafah border crossing of the Egypt-Gaza border, and it has been closed ever since. Biden also appeared to suggest in the interview that he has only provided defensive weapons to Israel, even though his administration has shipped thousands of bombs and other types of munitions. Biden claimed, "I sent defensive weapons. I denied them offensive weapons, that they were using 2,000-pound bombs and the rest. I made it clear that they cannot use the weapons that we provide to them, in fact, use them in civilian areas." The president appears to be referring to his administration pausing the shipment of 500-pound and 2,000-pound bombs to Israel. However, the 5,000-pound bombs have been approved to be delivered, despite Israel continuing to drop heavy munitions on civilians. While the administration did pause a single shipment of 2,000-pound bombs, it shipped 14,000 of them to Israel before that. Israel is still using the heavy munitions on civilians, as Israeli officials told Axios that the military dropped 5 2,000-pound bombs on the al-Mawasi tent camp city over the weekend in a strike that killed at least 90 Palestinians, including many women and children, at least half. Israel said the strike was targeting Mohammed Daif, Hamas's senior military commander, but Hamas denied the claim, saying it was an excuse to massacre civilians. In the interview, Biden expressed strong support for Israel and the idea of Zionism. He said, "Do you know what Zionism is? If there weren't an Israel, every Jew in the world would be at risk. There needs to be a strong and need for Israel to be able to have, after World War II, the ability for Jews to be able to have a place that's their own. You don't have to be a Jew to be a Zionist," he said. And this is the most disgusting part of the lie, right? They always want to say, "Oh, the Jews need to be able to have their own state." And they just pretend that these Palestinians hate the Jews, that they just hate the Jews, and that's why they don't want the Jews to be there. Not that the Jews came in and took the Palestinian state from the Palestinians, displaced them, subjugated them, impoverished them, murdered them, killed their children, arrested their children, tortured them, right? This is the problem with Israel. Not that there needs to be a safe place in the world for Jews, which if Joe Biden is the president of America, he can make sure that America is a safe place for Jews to live, but he can't go to another place in the world where there's already people, there's already a state, there's already Palestine, go there and then say that this is where the Jews are going to live safely. That's just ridiculous. There's Palestinian people. Where do the Palestinian people live safely, Joe Biden? He has no answer for that, of course. He just claims that he's a giant Zionist because that's what he's believed for 50 years, and he's an idiot, and now his brain is crippled. So Lily Greenberg Call, a Jewish American who resigned from the Interior Department over Biden's support for the slaughter in Gaza, criticized Biden for frequently claiming that without Israel, Jews wouldn't be safe. She said, "Jewish safety cannot and will not come at the expense of Palestinian freedom. Making Jews the face of the American war machine makes us less safe." And that is certainly true. Everything Israel has done in the West Bank and stuff like that has made the Jewish people less safe.